Hey everyone, it's Mr. Taylor. I hope you all are doing well. First and foremost, thanks for the kind words that many of you have been sending my way. As you know, I've been out sick in the hospital back and forth the past few weeks, and fortunately, I'm doing well. I do appreciate the kind words and the thoughts you're sending my way. Also, appreciate you all being understanding. And so, I think, in light of how we've operated so far in class, I think it would be advantageous to continue operating in a similar way. So having content pushed online for those of you who want to opt into an online format, and then being in class for those of you who want to show up in class, whatever learning style you have and whichever modality suits you best. Feel free. Your grade won't be impacted either way as long as you're doing the assignments and I see some growth in your writing. Um, just a few administrative updates. I have all of the other content below. Today or this week, we're talking about word choice and sentence structure, which is very important. It's the first step in elevating or improving your academic tone. I also give you a refresher to what academic tone means. And so what you'll notice in this class is that we're going to flop back and forth between different things. So for instance, in order to start learning about the way we think about concepts and ideas in order to respond in writing, we have to understand the critical and analytical framework. But now we also have to look at the mechanics of our writing, our sentence structure, our word choice, and our tone to be able to respond in certain ways at the academic university level. And so you're going to see that we're going to jump from maybe the thinking and the critical and the analytical piece to more of the mechanical, more of the writing piece, back and forth, and then eventually tie them all together. So one main thing I want to point out is our first major paper, 20% of the overall grade, is the academic essay. It's in its respective folder on Canvas. So if you go to modules and scroll down, it's this academic essay here. I've got the instructions posted. Don't let the instructions intimidate you. I put together I think it's 3 pages or so, instruction guide for this paper. For those of you who are visual learners, I wanted you all to have the full set of instructions that take you through the entire writing process from pre-writing to drafting to revising and editing. And so essentially, I'm giving you 3 prompts, giving you the instructions, and then telling you exactly how to go about writing this paper, this essay, which is a contextual analysis, if you will. And then there's a rubric at the bottom and the due date, which is March 18th by 5 o'clock, to the Dropbox in the same folder. I will post more videos about this and put more content in that module folder just to help you all as you start thinking and preparing. I wanted to give you all at least 3 weeks to start thinking through this, to be able to apply the critical and analytical framework to one of the 3 prompts that you can choose. Just know that the third prompt is one of your choosing as long as it relates to your major or field of study. You have to have that prompt or subject cleared by me by Sunday, March 6th by 11:59 in order to use that option. Otherwise, you have to use one of the other 2. So make sure you clear that with me by email or come to my office or something like that, and I will review and clear that as needed. Those instructions are posted. I just want everyone to start thinking through that. The in-class sessions that we will be holding in the future, working up to that date, will be writing workshops where you bring your laptop, you can sit down with me, we can work one-on-one to draft this essay together, work on your writing, that kind of thing. So it'll be a very informal type of workshop so that, hopefully you all are looking at feedback as it's being returned and can implement that in your writing. You can ask me questions. It'll just be a very transactional workshop type environment in class. Again, you don't have to come if you don't want to. I'm just offering that up if that suits you best. Aside from that, something that's important that I want to point out, if you scroll down to the bottom of our Canvas page and you go to writing resources, you will notice there is an academic tone inventory template, which is just a Word file, a workable Word file. When you pull this up, it gives you a template for how to start taking note of some of the common errors that you're making in your writing. It's called academic tone inventory because any of the elements, whether it be word choice, whether it be grammar, whether it be syntax, academic tone is an umbrella term, as you will come to find in this week's material. And there are many different elements and errors that you can make that affect your academic tone. So I wanted to be sure to give you a tracking sheet so that you can begin listing the common types of errors you're seeing in your writing and in my feedback on your assignments, maybe how often it happens, which assignments in particular was this seen in, and maybe you can put a page in writer's reference or some link online to a resolution to those types of issues. So what I'll do, I'm going to flip over and show you one that has been filled out. I think that might be a little bit more helpful. And again, you can see these for yourselves in Canvas. But here's one that has been completed. So for instance, maybe I point out in every assignment that you've got at least one or two instances of a run-on sentence, comma splice, or a conversational phrase or word. And then, you can put your instances, the in-class writing that it happened on, and then the pages in writer's reference where you can find a resolution to that type of issue. The best way to go about this with writer's reference is to look at the index or the table of content for the type of error, and then it'll give you a page number. You can just go there. You can also use this for you. If there's a link online to a trusted resource for how to resolve these types of issues, you can put that there. It's just a really good idea to start tracking the common trends in your writing. This will be a go-to guide, your own unique way to, or roadmap, if you will, to improve your academic tone based on my feedback, based on other errors that may come out if you're at the writing center. And so I want you to start working on this now. I will periodically ask you to submit this so that I can see it, and I will look to see that you're taking account of all of my feedback and comments, as well as any that you may put on here for yourself. This will be part of the final writing portfolio that's due at the end of the class, where you are just collecting a series of your assignments throughout the class and telling me, writing a synopsis about how your academic tone and writing has grown since you started the class. I will also ask you to submit your final version of your academic tone inventory. I want everyone to see it now and to start working on it now. I'll probably have it due in the next series of assignments. So it's a good idea to start working on it now. So that is that. I'm going to also start putting some other writing resources here as we go through content, so that you have more resources to refer to. I'm going to update our study guide with some of these concepts. So if you use that document or find it useful, it will be there. Other than that, I'm here if you need me. If you have any questions, let me know. Just be sure to look at the assignment instructions for the first major paper. Look at that academic tone inventory. I refer to it in the following videos that you will view. So when you see that or you hear about it, I just wanted you to know where to find it. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and take care.